Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Give me a second while I get my camera fixed. Appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Hit that like button, guys. Let everybody else know we're live. Just give me a second because it's acting wonky this morning, so I want to make sure it's good to go. But hit that like button. You know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to ask. Hit that like button. Let everybody else know we are live. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming through, guys. Thank you so much. Holy smokes! We got so much to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to discuss it. As you can see from the title, what is the media saying about the Dolphins? I've been going to regular media, and seeing what their thoughts are, what some of the other players are saying, after leaving us, so on and so forth. And very interesting, I'm not going to lie. Very interesting to see our point of view, if you will, of what, the team might be doing in other people's eyes. So it's kind of good. It is kind of good. So give me a second here while I fix this camera. But in the meantime, you already know, guys. PBS Kids, remember, children do watch the show. It is a family-friendly show. So please go ahead and debate your hearts out. Just remember that, hey, be kind to each other. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Be kind. Every time I say be kind, I always think of Be Kind, Rewind. Shout out to Blockbuster. Oh, man. I miss Blockbuster. Not gonna lie. So, if you ever experienced with Blockbuster, life was good back then. Let's see here. Also, too, guys, remember you got Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. You got Miss Phins, where you can find us Monday to Friday. Thank you so much. Also, too, remember, hit the hit the notification button because you never know when I might throw in one of those random shows here and there. Because things just got too crazy and I needed to speak right then and there. So go ahead and get that checked out. Let me see if my camera's working now. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. Let me. Do this. Ready? Hey! We're up. Okay, cool. Thank God. It's tech stuff, I'm telling you. Thank you guys for coming through. Good morning. You can also support the channel. Easy way. Great way. Is by hitting that like button, subscribing, and also becoming a member, guys. Appreciate all of you guys that do show the love and become members. Honestly, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody that does become a member, man. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate all of you guys. Also, too, I don't know if you notice, whenever we do any special videos, like Back Alley Phins, I'm trying to give it to you guys first, before anybody else. So we're working on some stuff. Just another way of saying thank you, honestly, guys. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. I do have to say, though, I think someone lied to me. They told me spring started yesterday. What they didn't tell me that it was going to look nothing like spring and it was going to be 100% winter. Because I am freezing today. I don't know how you feel, people, but I'm freezing. Like, if I could have another jacket, I'd have another jacket on. Okay? What's up, Ender? Welcome, welcome. All right, Miami. Welcome, welcome, Manolo. Welcome, Daddy. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Jeremiah. Good Wednesday morning, Miss Phins. Let's all smash that like button. Support Miss Phins by smashing that like button. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you guys. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually kind of interesting. There were some stuff. Oh, yeah. First of all, whenever players leave the team, I'm always curious. What are they going to say, Because they, we all know, they all get asked. So, how really was it when you were over here? Every player, every coach always gets asked. Now that doesn't mean that they have to answer, obviously, but a lot of them do. I love it. Ooh, Ender says it's 32 here in South Jersey. No, I think we're at 60 something. Let me see here. We are 62 degrees. This is awful. Well, now 63. Yes. Tending in the right direction, people. Can't be doing this coldness. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know how you guys do it. Seriously. I don't know how you guys do it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, some of these players they got stuff to say, and I'm here for it. So we're gonna go over all some of the player stuff that I've had heard, because I thought that was very interesting. But also too some of the media, because we're not getting too much of a not good love. You know what I mean? So let me start out with who I don't know if you guys got to see or not, but Kay Adams from Up and Adams, eh, like the name. She had actually some really pretty decent things to say. Honestly, she had some pretty decent things to say about the Dolphins. I was very curious. Let me just say that, you know. And then Good Morning Football. Obviously, they're always talking about the Dolphins. Um, and they're talking about Tua's extension. So it's like, oof, this is some stuff that's gonna, directly affect us, obviously. So I think it's kind of good that we get to kind of hear, what are they saying, what are they thinking. Mostly because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I think it's kind of interesting seeing how the media, the media's point of view of the Dolphins. And also, too, shout out to everybody that gave me their suggestions. It's definitely helped me clear up some of the stuffiness. So thank you guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today because I just thought I'm like, you know what? Let's see what they gonna say about us. Morning Checo, welcome, buddy. Aloha, Miss Fins and Fins fans. Welcome, welcome. Okay, hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. So let me go ahead and start out here. I think the one that's very interesting more than anything else. Um, Let me see here. The main one, well, the main thing that I heard from Miss Up and Adams, right? When I watched, because I watched the whole thing that she said about the Dolphins, I thought it was actually kind of pretty good. She's essentially, ladies and gentlemen, Kay Adams. She's essentially waiting for us to see what we're gonna be doing, and we're a team to watch out for. We had a lot of players turnover, especially the entire like half the defense is gone. Let's be real, guys. We know this. Literally half the defense completely gone. But McDaniel, according to her, has been able to bring up some solid players or bring in some solid players to kind of offset that a bit. Obviously, no matter whatever players we bring, they're not going to be in the same quality caliber as the ones we lost because they were just too expensive, period. Hence why we got, two third round picks and comp picks, so on and so forth. So I thought it was very interesting because, in Kay Adams' opinion, we're not too far off from where we were, even though we do have a new team. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, a couple of years ago, we were one of the youngest teams in the league. Now, I think we're like sixth or seventh, maybe even fifth oldest team in the NFL. What does that mean? We went from going through draft picks to now having veterans. Nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a different kind of team. Now we got to see what Weaver's going to do, being that this defense is going into what, their fourth DC? You know what I mean? Under McDaniel? That's insane. So we're going to have to wait to see how that turns out to be. And I already told you guys already know how I work. I always say, you know what? You got to give it 6 to 8 weeks before that defense gels together. Especially with what Kay Adam was saying, is so many new players in the building, specifically in that part of the what do you call it, of the team. Hey, good morning, Cafe Lab. Yup, the Fountains of Youth has passed this team. Oh, absolutely. It's not even a question. Definitely not even a question. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, sir. Welcome. So that's one thing that I thought it was very interesting here in her episode on the Dolphins. But she still said that we shouldn't see or expect such a huge fall off. I don't know how she can tell that with just a few free agent pickups, but it is what it is. I will tell you this: it's still pretty good to go ahead and take a look at it. I also heard, I have the clip. I don't know if it'll let me, because I'm not trying to get demonetized, which happened yesterday, showing you guys that all that Tua highlight. I guess the NFL doesn't like it, so there you go, there you go. Here it is. It's okay. Let me see if I can at least play the audio. I should be able to play the audio. I have no problems, right? So let me. Mm, we're just gonna play the audio, people. You guys, let me know if you can hear this, okay?
Huge changes as well. The difference. Another team we did not service through our weeks back.
Let me know if you guys can hear that. Maybe I need to raise this volume though. Hold on. The NFL monetized me yesterday. I'm actually very upset. Remember, the NFL and YouTube merged, not just for the games, but it gives them rights to shut down channels. Exactly. So I'm not trying to deal with that, people.
For free agency, and that is the Dolphins.
Hopefully,
Okay,
you guys can
the
hear
Miami.
that. Let me know. Because we're just going to review what she says in this particular. It's only like 2 minutes. So that's the reason why I liked it, why I pulled it up. Um, Give me a fins up or thumbs up if you guys can hear it. Mm, okay.
Another team we did not service. We did not service through our weeks back for free agency, and that is the Dolphins. Okay. The Miami Dolphins, they have undergone some huge changes as well. The difference is Miami has done a lot of work to replace pieces that they've had to blow kisses and bid adieu to. Okay. If you look at, it's been a wild shuffle in.
You heard that? You guys heard that? Oh, and I did take a picture of this, so this is perfect. Hold up, because this I can show you. Let me let me look it up because I took a picture of it. I thought it was very interesting. And let me get into this other puppy. I thought it was very interesting what she just said there, right there. You know, yeah, we lost a lot of players, but we did work hard in bringing in players. Now that I can't even argue because I think that I mean that's kind of a fair assessment. Look at all the pickups that we did do within literally a week. And don't get me wrong, guys. I mean, I get it. It happens to every team, which is why the more we're focusing on the AFC East. But let's not lie, people. The what do you call it? Oh gosh, leave. Give me a second here. Trying to upload it so you guys can see what I saw. Oh, let me do this under studio. But I thought it was very interesting because I'm like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, baby, baby. You know me, my brain. Wait. Okay, perf. So look at this. Eh. Let's get out of here. Okay, no, I'm not going live on that one. Anyways, sorry. Just like it when something comes together and it works. And it works. Okay, so, well, you know what? I get it. The whole injury prone players, we all know the bargain shopping this man does. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what she was referring to as far as the players we added or not. So that way you guys can have a visual. Let me replay it from the beginning. It's literally like 2 minutes, so that's the good thing about it. It should be queued up and perfectly well for us as well. So let's check this out real quick.
Another team we did not service. We did not service through our weeks back for free agency, and that is the Dolphins. Okay. The Miami Dolphins, they have undergone some huge changes as well. The difference is Miami has done a lot of work to replace pieces that they've had to blow kisses and bid adieu to. Okay. If you look at it's been a wild shuffle in Miami. They got jiggy with it, as it were. It started.
Got jiggy with it. I guess that's a good assessment, but I thought that was actually kind of funny. But it's true. Look at the screenshot that I took. Look at the losses so you guys can see it real quick. Vic Fangio, Christian Wilkins, Xavier Howard, Deshaun Elliott. Ooh, I can't wait to talk about those two. Andrew Van Ginkel, Jerome Baker. Bakers. I guess they added an extra S in there. Raekwon Davis, Rubber Hunt, all these guys that we lost in this team. Let's not lie, people. That's a I mean, with the exception of Rubber Hunt, every other player slash coach is in the defense. But you also have to go back to what McDaniel told us when he first got here, guys. Who's going to be on offense, and the defense is going to have to take a back seat. Now you're seeing what the defense taking a back seat looks like. Can we afford not to have our defense work? I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that, but this is where she's coming from. So Let's continue this.
Started with DC Vic Fangio, Paulo Cole, and Will Smith. Why not? Vic Fangio bounces for the Eagles. They replaced him with Anthony Weaver from that Baltimore staff. He's very talented. I can't wait to see that. They've lost Christian Wilkins. That's huge. Xavier Howard, man, Van Ginkel, he leaves as well. But they've brought in former All-Pros, Jordan Poyer. I like it. Interdivision stuff. So hot right now. So on trend. Shaq Barrett, he fills the void. The Dolphins have lost 52% of their defensive snaps from me.
52% of our defensive snaps, ladies and gentlemen, we lost. 52%. What, man? I'm really curious to see what this defense does and what Anthony Weaver does, especially since we've been bringing in so many players, right? To kind of offset what's going on with his defense. Um, but that's insane. 52% of snaps. That's half your defense. And I know she was trying to trying to bring up Jordan Poyer signing, which don't get me wrong, I'm actually happy about that signing. He wanted to be here. I've always liked his play. I mean, I hated it because he was a Bills fan and was always against us. But as a football fan, I mean, talent is talent. Let's not pretend. But he's over the hill, people. So it's not like, again, we're getting any fresh legs or anything like that. We literally gave up our youth and future for old, dirty. Sorry, I can't finish that. Players for very old players. That made me chuckle. I'm not gonna lie. So, that's tough, man. How is this team gonna adjust? And on top of that too, the Greer special, all of those injury riddled players. Like, come on, man. But let's continue.
A year ago. That's kind of glaring. It's by far the highest percentage in the league, y'all. But
Y'all,
I like
y'all, 52% lost.
the pieces they brought in. I'm not sure it's going to be worse for them. Okay. And remember, their star pass rushers, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, they both missed the end of the season. Maybe some mismanagement. We're not going to get into that. That's in the past. But
Did she say there was some mismanagement by Mike McDaniel? Or even Vic Fangio? Ooh, you see what I mean? The media, and don't get me wrong, I actually like Kay Adams. I think she's very objective. She actually, I think she's really like, she's really a Dolphins fan. Like, you can kind of tell, like, those media people who like your teams a little bit. Like Kyle Brent, everybody knows he's from Buffalo. He's all Buffalo all the time. But she genuinely likes the Dolphins. But was that a shot at McDaniels? Mismanagement of your players at the end of the season? Everybody knows Bradley Chubb should have never been in that game. You're down by 1,000,000 points versus the rate the we quadruple lost versus the Ravens. Not only did we get destroyed because our offense couldn't put up points, but then we lose major players due to injuries out for the rest of the season. Like, oh god, we were just taking L's in that game. But I thought it was funny she pointed it out.
they'll be back at some point this year also. And the key pieces
Which is
on
true.
that explosive offense, they're all back too. Not to mention, we haven't hit the draft yet. I'm excited about the Dolphins are going to be putting on the field this season, even though not much buzz, not much attention elsewhere right now. We'll give it to them on the Up and Adams program because the way last season sort of soured the way people viewed this team, I'm not going to let that be the lingering vibe. I'm not going to fall into that. And people want to put it all on Tua and Mike McDaniel.
Mm. People want to put it on Mike McDaniel and Tua. I mean, what happened to us being in the playoffs? Look at Tua and his contract. Dolphins right now are dedicated to a Tua extension. Still hasn't happened.
The reality is the Dolphins were completely ravaged by injuries down the stretch and into that playoff loss to KC, who, by the way, ran through every other team that everyone loves. So, like, we were so quick to clown on the Dolphins, well, they ate everyone up on their way to win another Super Bowl. So,
Now that I will say, I'm 100% with her because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we were all so frustrated after that Casey loss. At least I know I was. But then again, who'd you lose to? The Super Bowl champs. They destroyed every other team. And I don't even want to talk about that crap. Do you guys realize that the worst Kansas City has looked in the last 10 years was last season with no weapons and a hobbled Mahomes? You had half the AFC starting quarterbacks down for the season. Multiple high profile players also out for the season in both offense and defense in the AFC. And somehow those losers, Kansas City Chiefs, managed to win the Super Bowl. I'm so done. It's funny. I was thinking about this last week. I'm like, I'm so done. Can't believe I spent 20 years of my life dealing with the stupid Patriots. Am I really going to see another 20 years of this garbage Kansas City Chiefs team? No, please. No. Don't let it be so. I can't do it, man. I can't. I can't. So annoying. Why can't we be that team? Why can't we rule for 20 years? We can with this flipping GM, man. I'm sorry, I needed to get that out. Clearly, it was I was holding it in for a while. But you heard what she said in that particular moment when it came to the Dolphins and last year. It's true. Like every other team, we were riddled with injuries. Okay, cool, whatever. Everybody does it, so nothing new there. But people were clowning on the Dolphins, and yet Baltimore lost to them. Bills lost to them, right? Uh, well, they played us, then they played the Bills, right? Or am I missing? Did they play a different team? And then they played Baltimore, and then they beat the Niners. Like, so I'm with her on that one, but I just don't know how she feels about this.
by the wild card game, more than half of the starting defense was out. Tyreek and Waddle hobbling about. These aren't excuses. This is a subjective fact, and
It's an objective fact. This is exactly what happened. It's not an excuse, though. Next man up.
irresponsible. It's irresponsible for anybody out there to say this team isn't or is. We don't know. We don't know right now what they're. We don't know what they're capable of achieving. Okay,
It's kind of like it reminds me of, what I like to say. You don't know until you know. You know what I mean? We got to give it up in the morning. Whoa, we got several peeps in the building. Sorry, guys. I haven't been seeing this. What's up, villain? How you doing? Ronnie N, welcome. Less talented injury prone for real. Matt Hatter, what's up? What's up, Mikhail? Welcome, sir. True Blazer, get jiggy with it. Is that as old as last Dolphins players win? Probably, actually. See what he got? Dude, it might be a little bit younger, maybe. What's up, Steve? What's up, Nene? How you doing? Dolphins Gang Entertainment. What's up? Good morning. What's up, Lewis? Welcome. Good morning, Phins fans. And that's Cap. Whatever, dude. Of course you're saying that. Good morning. They had weapons. What's up, Insanity? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's not forget it was negative 28 degrees. It was ridiculous, yeah. What's up, Canes? Welcome. Good morning, Miss Fins. Good morning, everybody. What's up, Nene, Miss Fins? Where you going? What you got going on this morning? I got a lot. I got a lot. I'm talking about the media and what the media is saying, and I'm breaking down what Kay Adams said yesterday because I thought it was very interesting. It's like a 2 minute clip, but I was like, we gotta talk about it because she hits too many points. You know what I mean? So we're going over, and then I'm not trying to get copywritten, so that's why You're just listening to the sound here. But I'm gonna drop it if y'all and some of y'all wants to come in and talk about it. The one that I can't wait to pull up this next one because I'm gonna roast so many people. But let's finish with Kay Adams first.
based on how the year
Seriously.
unfolded and how it went last year. So, big one for the Dolphins and Tua, by the way. Tua, ding, 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 fifth year option. And at some point, they have to come up with bigger results for him, of course, from him. Um,
Fifth year option, and they somehow have to come up with bigger results from him. Man, she's a genius. Maybe I need to say it like she does because she was shooting shots this entire clip, people. The entire clip, she was whoops, whoops. But she was saying it from a fan's, being objective about the team. But also, if you're a fan, that's what you could take a look at as well. I'm just seeing it a different way just to kind of stir the pot a little. But to be real, I mean, is she wrong? We absolutely need more from Tua. I'm not trying to pay you 55 million. I can't believe we're even talking about 55 million. $55 million for a playoff win. Like, get out of here, man. Seriously. Is she ain't wrong?
but we're not abandoning this team. Give me a healthy Dolphin squad. And then we can talk about what they can and cannot do.
There you go, which is true. But you can literally say that about every other team. Now, this other clip, ladies and gentlemen. And man, I was looking to see, I gotta check my bookmarks, yo, because this other clip, I was did he just say what I thought he had said when he had said it? Because I thought he said it. Because I was like, no way, bro. So, thank God I bookmarked this. Thank God I bookmarked this, yo. So happy I did. But I don't know which clip to give you, man. Because there's some spicy ones out here. Okay, this is okay. Let me. You know what? I think the best way I'm gonna do it is this way. I'm gonna give you this first clip. I'm gonna lay it up first. And it's only 40 seconds. Relax. And then I'm gonna give you the next clip because there's a theme to these two clips, which is why I want to play them back to back. So this is from the OG's show. Shout out to the quadruple OG, Mr. 305, the real Mr. Miami, the three-time NBA world champ, Udonis Haslam, and the two-time NBA champ, Mike Miller, on the OG's show. Shout out to both of them. Both Miami Heat legends. And they had Xavier Howard. Now, I haven't heard the entire thing because I just haven't had, I've been slammed, I haven't had time. But I can't wait to watch this entire show. But people clip stuff, right? Yeah, what this man, oh, what Xavier Howard said about Brian Flores. So, David Ferroni, thank you, David. He clipped this little, like, 40-second clip. Xavier Howard discusses what playing for Brian Flores on the Miami Dolphins was like on the OG show. So I can't wait to talk about this. Okay? Matt Hatter, I just realized what you had said, sir. Uh, there, the, I gotta remove it. Sorry, I just, the words you use, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, what they mean by it was negative 28 degrees in Kansas City is when you factor in the windshield, when you factor in the actual temperature, and you put all of that together. That's what they mean by negative 28 degrees. One of the coldest games of all time, ever. You know. Ah, Oh yeah, I agree, Nene. Oh yes, I just finished the show. Phew. Xavier Howard, glad he cleared up Flores' name. Man, I'm telling you, the real Mr. 305 is UD 1,000%. I know, man. If you're from Miami, if you're from South Florida, because you're not gonna be from Miami, because I'm not. I'm a Broward girl. I'm proud 954, baby. You know, UD is the real Mr. Miami. You know what I mean? Exes Flores was his favorite coach. What up, Dakota? Keep feeling good. Keep feeling good, buddy. Good morning to you. So let me play this clip. You guys, I need you guys to help though. Two things. Number one, let me know if you can hear it because I want to make sure you guys can hear it. I'm gonna play a little bit and then you guys let me know if you can hear it. And two, guys, we need more likes. I need. There's over 50 of you guys this morning. Hit that like button, guys. Let's go ahead and get the likes up because it lets it's the engagement and it lets everybody else know that we are live because YouTube never sends out notifications and stuff. So we need you guys to go ahead and do that. Nene, stop it! You're speaking too much truth, girl. You want to be up here today? Cause I got the link literally ready to be dropped. Just saying. But let me show you peeps because I just couldn't. And then there's another one. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about this last one later. But I just couldn't believe it. So let me know if you let me get a fins up if you can
Brian
hear
Flores
this.
is like that, bro.
I liked it, Flores. I
Like
missed
he get
Flores.
all the this and that in the
Let me know. Give me a fins up. Let me know you can hear it because this is crucial. This is like cream of the show. Much love to you, Dakota. Thank you. Let me know if y'all can hear it because it's too juicy. It's too juicy. No player has ever said anything bad about Flores, not even Tua. Did you not hear the slander, the smear campaign? What's up, Danny? Welcome, Danny. Back in the day, Broward used to be 305. Listen, Key West is still 305. I get that, but I'm not. But that was, well, back in the day, they used to not have area codes. Okay? Okay, good. You can hear. Okay, let's get into this.
Brian Flores was like that, bro.
I liked it, Flores. I
Like
missed
he get
Flores.
all the this and that in the media though, but bro, he was a player coach guy though. But
I'm sorry, did he just say he was a player coach guy? Let me rewind that for the people in the back who didn't hear that. Because I still get told all the time. I literally had to respond to somebody put in, I don't even know who it was, who put in a comment on the back alley fence. What do y'all keep talking about Flores? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, just because you don't like it, that don't mean I don't got to like him. Like, I love my head coach. I still think Brian Flores is the best head coach we've had since Don Shula. And you can get mad at me and get on all your feelings about how Mike McDaniel's a million times better than Flores. Okay, sure, cool, whatever. Mike McDaniel is good in his own right. Overall, when I take my hat off and step back, yeah, I'm taking Flores every time. Period. But then again, I'm a defensive girl, so it makes sense that I would want the defensive coach. But let's hear what X says one more time.
this and that in the media though, but bro, he was a player coach guy though. But
Player coach guy.
it was like he came from the Patriots, so it's like he seen greatness from the
Yeah,
goat.
yeah,
He held everybody to a standard.
yeah,
Like me and Flores probably wasn't no buddy this and that, but I respect him.
You mean to tell me that you don't have to be buddy buddies to earn respect from your players? Are you. Excuse me? You mean to tell me you don't gotta be buddy buddies? And Nene, you said it true. AVG left Miami to join Flow. Speak the truth. I mean, And he said one thing that I said that I was so happy when we originally got him. The Patriot way, although I hate the Patriots, but I mean, it worked. Did they now win 6 Super Bowls? It's because they had Brady. But even Brady admits to saying that it was the system that helped him develop into what he was. From a sixth round pick, 199th overall, the most successful, lowest seeded player across all major sports. And I can't stand saying that, but that is a factual truth. That's not my feelings. That is a fact. So finally, we're getting structure. We're getting somebody that's gonna turn this team around and give them direction. You want to win like I won over here. This is what you need to do. X just told you. He literally just said we weren't buddies, but I respected him. Nene says, "Be careful. They might try to cancel you for that comment. We're supposed to hate fuck." Oh, that's funny. Then it says Flores wasn't perfect, but a lot of the narratives are trash. He did more with less. It's not even a question. He did more than less, man. I'm telling you, not even a question. Jimmy Johnson was good too. Oh, guys, I don't mean not Jimmy Johnson. I put Jimmy Johnson like Don Shula era. That's why I don't even consider Jimmy Johnson. You know what I mean? Because I put him not into the level of Shula, but I feel like he's like right there. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like the newer coaches past Jimmy Johnson. You know. Thank you, Matt Hatter. It was the media in the front office that said all that stuff about Flores just to make themselves look good. Only reason Flores got the sack is he sucked an offense. Like it, my God, man, you can't watch your words because now I have to remove your comment, dude. You can't use some words. Yep, gotta remove it. But I get it. You had a good point up to that. It's okay. I just now I can't highlight it. You know what I mean? But I'll still talk about it. Wildcat plays on third down and 5 yard passes in the flat 100 times like last year's Patriot offense. He did a lot. He did a lot with so much, not even close to the talent that we had these past couple years, man. So, but hey, let's continue.
He seen greatness from the
Yes.
goat.
Yeah.
He held everybody to a standard.
Yeah.
Like me and Flores probably wasn't no buddy this and that, but I respect him.
Yeah. That's
How
all
he
that
came in
matters.
there, yeah.
That's
That's all that matters.
He
all that
came in there
matters.
every day. He approached every day the same way. No matter who you is, he gonna chew your ass out. You ain't doing something right, and he ain't gonna dap you up if you're doing something good. You
Yeah.
supposed to do that. Don't worry.
So you mean to tell me that Flores held everybody in the same way? I'm gonna treat you the same way like I treat. I don't care if you got Super Bowls. I don't care if you got playoff wins. I don't care if you're the highest paid player or the friggin' practice squad. Everybody gets held to the same standard. Do your job. And no, when you do your job, I'm not dabbing you. You're supposed to be doing your job. What's wrong with that?
Worry about it,
We had it like a little minor, conversation from
man.
time to
Great
time
guy.
about trying to get by and just have conversations with the team and just
Yeah.
speak on my journey, leadership, and different things like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely not surprised to hear what you said
Oh
about it.
yeah, great guy, man. Great guy.
Like that to me, I wish people would really listen to, and it was a short one. It was a short one, but it was good. Another thing too, shout out to K Flexen, man, one of the true originators of the Dolphins community. He also, this is why I bookmarked it. It's not a video, but I can show you this. Let me put it up here and let me make it bigger because I want you guys to read this that Jerome Baker said too about the Dolphins, which I thought it was very interesting. So Baker said something very similar to X in October of 2022. Dolphins are in a good spot with McDaniel. We don't have to pretend like everyone hated Flores and that he was a mad bully. Just too tough for some people. Came from New England. What did you expect? Thank you. He came from New England. What do you expect? Like, you knew he was going to be tough. That's the reason why he was brought here to bring order to this hot mess of a team. We went from being the most penalized team to the least penalized team in one season, people. Back to back winning seasons we haven't done in over 20 years. We did it under Flo. First time we sweep the Patriots in over 20 years. That man had a top 10 win percentage in those 2 years because I don't count the first one. That was the breakdown of the team. So anybody that counts it, I'm gonna say this and do not be upset. You're just being biased. The 2 real years that he got with the team that put together, the man was top 10 in win percentage. 10 win 1 week, one season, 9 weeks to next. Why are we bringing this up? Flores is not here because it's an evaluation of what our current team is doing. Because last time I checked, we went what? We won 9 games and we won 11 games. So what is that? 20 games? So one more game having 10 times the talent that Flores had? Come on, man. Anywho, this is Baker, BT Dubs. You can see 55 right here. Oh, let me not. Let me make it smaller. One thing I'll say about Coach Flo was he was always honest. That was the one thing that never changed. He didn't care if he hurt your feelings. He didn't care. He didn't care if he hurt your feelings. Oh Lord, horrible coach. He didn't care if it got under your skin a little. You knew the guy just wanted to be honest and he was going to tell you the truth. And he wanted the best out of you. Sometimes, people, we need to be told what we need to be told, not what we want to be told. Take a look at your own family and friends. You'll have some people that will tell you what you want to hear. Yeah, you're doing great, blah, blah, blah. When somebody needs to tell you, listen, you need to tighten up. Because you're doing A, B, C, and D. And you keep saying you want this, but this is what's going on. Sometimes you need to be told the truth. It's the truth. He wanted the best out of you. I always respected that just as a man. He never lied. He never spared my feelings. He was honest and he just proved to me and showed me that he really cared and wanted the best for me. I always respected that. Shout out to Jerome Baker, man. You see, guys? So it's not like I'm trying to Dolphins, blah, 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 and all this stuff, right? I got the spicy one up here right now. But I needed you guys to hear that because this next clip that we're about to hear really will bring it home. Tyshawn, good morning, Tyshawn. He says, if you want to win, you must have a great QB to win in the NFL and an excellent defense. Miami is trying to make a miracle with a horrible QB. Well, I don't know about that, but I get it. I get it. Steve says, Flo gone. He can't help now. Indirectly, he is helping because in life, you need contrast. You need something to measure to. So you know your progress and how you're doing. And that's what we get with Flores. Then he says people forget the dumpster fire we were before Flo. True. Tashawn says you must have an adequate QB play to win it all. Miami weakness is Tua, so some old ballers win early. Oh, same old Dolphins. Win early, lose when it matters. Yeah. We will never know the truth, Manolo says. Front office plays damage control and runs a smear campaign, but the failure is also a reflection on the said front office. Can't escape that. The Belichick 3 doesn't have a successful reputation. And I beg to differ because, um, to me, the most successful coach has to be Flores. The most successful coach has to be Flores. We know those some people. Seriously. What's up, Sean? My opinion, Flores win a Super Bowl soon. I hate to say this, but possibly before the Dolphins. Uh, it's horrible. What's up, Adam? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? The Flores failures is a Dolphins failure. There is no separation for the sake of a narrative building. I mean, I think every head coach wears that crown, you know? You are the head of your team. So if your team fails, by definition, you failed. I agree. But you can say that for every single head coach, even McDaniel. Teams feared Flores, but teams are not afraid of McDaniel. Miss Phins, name one successful head coach from the Belichick tree. I just literally said that. Brian Flores is the most successful head coach from the Belichick tree. And if he wasn't sabotaged by his front office, I still think he would have had even more success. Yeah. Matt Hatter says, how we went to two playoffs twice with a top five offense. Flores had our offense bottom five. What was our defense when we were with Flores? We were definitely top 10, top five, right? It is a process. You don't build a team overnight. The 5 year plan was already set. Tear down the first year. Build your special teams and defense of the year 2 and 3, so you can focus year 4 and 5 in your offense. Get the young pieces. Get your defense to be Super Bowl style defense and have that offense up and ready so that when your offense is clicking, you got a beast on the opposite side that you don't got to worry about teams putting up points. And then your offense is going to be young enough for you to be able to build upon, but also be successful. It was a 5 year plan and it got cut short. Period. Period. But let's hear what this other gentleman, former Dolphin safety Deshaun Elliott's answer as to why he chose the Steelers in free agency. Mm. What's up, Ryan AP? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Good morning, sir. Man, they said, you see how X curved the question about Tua? Rumors was that X felt Tua was wasting his career. I don't know, but the interview is interesting. I can't wait to actually watch the entire interview, but it's not the first time X has done that. If you watch X interviews for the last 3, 4 years, he tends to do that when it comes to Tua. And it is rumored that he was the one player in the locker room that said, "I'm wasting my career here. He's wasting my career," essentially. Mm. What's up, Dolphin Don? Welcome, 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 welcome. Mm. Tyson says, "See your successful head coaches, but Miami turned the OC into a head coach. McDaniel definitely a great OC, but Flores was a better head coach." Yeah, I'm with you on defense, but man, the offense was so bad to watch. I cringe remember how bad it was. But was it so bad, Mad Hatter? How is it that it was so bad and we won? We were winning, getting back to back seasons, bro. And the offense, was it bad because the offense was bad? Or let's be real, because we had a developing quarterback whom Flores said, "You're not it at this moment. You're developing, right? So I'm going to put the best system that you can run so we can still not waste this defense and be successful." That's what he did. Oh, uh, all Tua does is thinking down. Well, that's what he can do at that time. He just came off of a career ending hip injury, people. Let McDaniel have. Man, you know what? Let McDaniel have Tua. Like some people try to tell me in some of their comments, where I'm like, can you imagine if McDaniel had Tua from the beginning? It would have been the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, because it's regardless of the head coach, Tua was broken physically. McDaniel would have had to put the same system that Flores did, because guess what? X wasn't available when Flores was here. All them other players weren't available with Flores here. Oh my God! Look at this offense being put to great. They weren't available when Tua was here young. It's not because he didn't want them. They weren't available. What the hell are you gonna do when a guy's not available? They're not available. You're gonna put the best pieces you have and make do, knowing you have a broken product that is trying to develop. That's not being That's not being, "Oh, you're sabotaging it." No, I'm acknowledging the fact that I have a player who's coming off of a career injury who I need to manage so he doesn't get hurt even more, but he can still somewhat develop and we can have some productivity in the offense. And we still managed to win 10 flipping games that first year and 9 the next. And both times we had the opportunity to win and get in, and yet week 17, week 16, hello, what happened? We couldn't do it. The offense couldn't do it. So what are we talking about, people? Jeez. Sometimes I don't even know why I'm getting so riled up. Xbox facts. They took more money. They know Tua's ability is limited. Yeah, exactly. V21, thank you. Mike Vrabel, Belichick tree, highly successful AFC appearance. Playoff appearances practically every single year. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Like, what are we talking? Like, come on, man. Please. What's up? Said interesting. Manolo, this isn't based on speculation, sir. This is literally the players telling you their experience under this head coach. Because it's a good measuring stick to put against Mike McDaniel, which every coach needs. That's funny. Tua was way more mobile the first 2 years. Thank you, Nate. Oh, that sounds. Yeah, we made it to playoffs, but playoff losses every year. Yeah. I'm patiently waiting for the Christian Wilkins interview. I'm telling you right now, so is the rest of the sporting world. So is the rest of the sporting world. Players know Tua is somewhere between 12 and 15 in actual QB abilities. Yeah. He's now able to do way more because he's physically not hindered by those injuries, guys. I need you guys to remember what this man was coming from. You mean to tell me he's if he was my son, I wouldn't put him out. Flores was trying to save this man because he knew Flores was no, he wasn't a head coach. He didn't get the title of DC technically because Bill Belichick never gave that to anybody. But he was still the DC essentially, having all the DC world. You guys, excuse me. I need to stop. I'm getting too agitated over this. Let me finish this, and then I don't know if I can continue today. Cause let me. Bravo didn't come from the Belichick tree. He literally was made by the Belichick tree, bro. What do you mean? Anyways, so let's hear. It's 26 seconds, guys. Deshaun Elliott literally is talking about why he chose the Steelers in free agency, which kind of plays off of what X experience on the floors is. Now you're seeing a player's experience under McDaniel. Okay? Let me know if you guys can hear it.
What was the Steelers pitch to you about why here's the right fit? What made you want to sign here?
Josh, I can't deal with this. No OC wanted to work with Flores. Did you not know that Flores tried to get McDaniel and it was the 49ers that blocked him? McDaniel wanted to come here the entire time. Why do you think one of the reasons why we got McDaniel as our head coach? We were already looking at him to be our OC, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Lord. Oh, I don't know if I got the energy today, man. What's up, Manolo? Wait, Manolo, you can't leave? Why? Because Deshaun Elliott's going to actually talk about the players, sir? It's 20 seconds, bro. Stay. Give me 20 more seconds. Okay.
The logo is this is championship football. This is the culture. This is real smash mouth, real gritty, cold weather game football. And I mean, why else would you not want to play here?
The culture smash mouth football. Real football.
Growing up, watching Troy Polamalu play, the Steel Curtain, like this is real football. I'm excited to be here.
Why here's the right fit? What made you want to sign here?
The logo is this is championship football. This is
Championship football. When was the last time you could say that about the Dolphins? It's a couple decades ago, right? Because, we still had championships, AFC championships, so it's not like we didn't. We just hadn't had Super Bowls recently, right? But thank you, Tyshawn. Exactly. That's still a championship. It's still the AFC championship. It's just we didn't get we didn't get um we didn't get to the next level. But this is interesting how he says it too.
The logo is this is championship football. This is the culture. This is real smash mouth, real gritty cold weather game football.
Real smash mouth, real gritty, cold weather football. He's supposed to say that, Josh T. Dang, he said real football. You know that these players are. I know there's certain things players are supposed to say, blah blah blah, the good PR moves and whatever. But you're not hearing, or I guess you're not seeing. I don't know if you've seen. Listen to the specific words he's saying, because you could just say it's a great. He could have just literally said it's a great championship football team. How many times did he say real football in this not even 10-second clip at this point?
This is championship football. This is the culture. This is real smash mouth, real gritty cold weather game football. And I mean, why else would you not want to play here? Growing up, watching Troy Polamalu play, the Steel Curtain, like this is real football. I'm excited to be here.
This is real football. I'm excited to be here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, and I know we've done the shows here, and I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't think y'all can handle anymore. Because if I play this other clip, I don't think y'all can handle it either. But ladies and gentlemen, some of us already knew this. Lou, I can't. You know what? If y'all want to come up here, come up here. And if not, I'm shutting this down. But Lewis says some of us already knew this. Same, dude. We've had this conversation privately, Lewis. Like this is nothing new. What's up, Shaw? How you doing, buddy? No matter what ex players say, there are also players that want to come here. Absolutely, villain. 100%. Listen, everybody's looking for whatever they're looking for. You know what I mean? Jordan Poyer, this is his. We are his favorite team of all time. This is the team he grew up with. This is why he last year he wanted to come play with us because this is his favorite team. He just never got a chance to play here because obviously, at least he got to play here every twice a year, thankfully, because um he had what do you call it? He was a divisional opponent, so he at least got to play down here twice. But Jordan Poyer told you his entire family, Florida. His mom, huge Dolphin fan. He grew up a Dolphin fan. It's always been his dream come true to play for his team. When I hear things like that, it makes my heart warm, which is why I think that we're gonna get a different type of Jordan Poyer who's gonna really put everything out here for his childhood team. You know? No, so I'm with you, villain. It's true. Yeah, some will. 31-17 beat down in the playoffs. Real football beat, by the way. Uh, Good morning, Bills fake crowd noise. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm starting to think we need a Flores type. We too soft and spoiled. But no, we're ping ponging, guys. Come on, man. We've been up and Adams. Shout out to Kate Adams. We've always done this. We go from an offensive coach too soft, too disorganized, to a defensive coach too hard, too tough, back to an offensive coach, back like I've seen this movie too many times. It's over. We go from Sperano to film it. Like what? And then on top to gays. Like, oh God, Lord. Then it's such a hot mess. You're like, we need some sort of order. Thankfully, we get the Patriot way, and now we got McDaniel. Like, just can't. So now we gotta ride with at least one of them for some longevity. I'm tired of changing the regime. There's maybe a charming team, and not all of it, not the entire team. Some players. But it is what it is. Sean, that's what I've been trying to tell you. If we had Brian Flores and we would have been able to get Mike McDaniel as our OC, that would have been the perfect balance. Because the defensive Flores would have flourished. It already did. It would have kept building, kept building, kept building, kept building, getting better, better, better every year. And then for other players who don't want to be talked in such a strict way, hey man, here's McDaniel for you. You know? Nothing wrong with that. It would have been the perfect yin yang. I'm telling you right now, we would have had a Super Bowl by the end of year 5. Absolutely. And we wouldn't have needed no Tyreek. We wouldn't have needed none of these flashy players. Nope. Because Flores proved it to you. And I'm saying all this with Tua as our quarterback. So some of y'all don't feel some type of way. With Tua, Flores, and McDaniel, we would have won the Super Bowl. Oh my Jesus Lord. Last year, with Flores here and McDaniel as our OC, we're destroying Kansas City. We almost did it with Flores. And if it wasn't for, I mean, a couple of offensive mishaps, let's not lie, we would have beat Kansas City under Flores. We would have destroyed. Man, the Eagles destroyed. Like, what's up? Hey, Kevin Lee, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, welcome. I hope you got my message. Let me know, whichever way, and we can definitely talk. But I'm being serious. Like, it's not even a question, guys. And I'm looking at it not just as a Dolphin fan. I told you guys I gotta take off my hat. I gotta take off my Dolphin hat, and I gotta look at this just as a football fan. You don't have to think about it. Was Why do you think Flores wanted McDaniel? Why do you think we got McDaniel as a head coach, people? We were already looking at him the year prior for our OC position, but the 49ers said, oh, no, no. 49ers hid him. They didn't need him, but they hid him. And they blocked us because they knew. Look at what he's able to do with, like, peanuts. Now add in McDaniel to fix that offense? Bro, not even a question. We would have reigned in the AFC East, and we would have reigned the AFC. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Because guess what? People don't think this, but Kansas City was never going to pay Tyreek Hill. He probably would have been a Jets by now. This saying, we wouldn't have gotten him because we wouldn't have needed him. We have a Waddle. I got a younger, cheaper, yeah, a little bit more rough around the edges. I gotta get him to develop a little bit more. Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. Why would I want to add? You know, like, what's up, Lou? Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Miss Phins. Good morning, Miss Phins. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm good, and you? I'm trying to stay better, but I'm good, and you?
I hear you. I'm doing good this morning. I appreciate the conversation that you're having because
Mm-hmm.
I think things need to be said to where two things can be true. You can still like
Mm-hmm.
McDaniel now and like what McDaniel's doing,
Absolutely.
but you can still understand that all the things that were said about Brian Flores, well, not everything, because I do think he deserves some kind of blame for
True.
things how
True.
he handled. But I just think two things can be true. I think McDaniel could be a good coach, and I also think Brian Flores could be a good coach. But I did want to come up here real quick and add because when the conversation started going, I forgot who asked it. What coaches under the Belichick tree have had success? And someone said Mike Vrabel. That was very good. How about Bill O'Brien that went to Houston? He went to the playoffs multiple times, won the division in the AFC South
That
multiple
is
times.
true.
So I would say Bill O'Brien is another guy that left and had some kind of success in the NFL.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, circumstances happen where issues with his QB and whatever, but at the end of the day, he was still very successful. So I have to give it up to O'Brien as well, and to say a player is not a coach's tree, I'm like, the guy literally learned it because he had to implement it as a player. Like, by definition, yeah, he's definitely coaching, and I mean Vrabel. But I don't know. Am I far off? I mean, did I over? What do you think about this whole Deshaun Elliott and what he said as far as going to the Steelers and picking the Steelers?
Well, Miss Fans, I think you're spot on. And listen, I've been saying this for the past month now and been getting major pushback, right? I don't
Hmm.
think it's so much of a talent problem in Miami. I think it's that's a great word, culture. I think it's a mindset. That's what's holding this team back. When you look up and down the roster, Miami can compete with anybody in the NFL. The
Hmm.
problem is the toughness aspect of it, and I think it's more mental, right? Like it just seems like when it's a tough game and things might not be going our way, right? When there is adversity during the game that hits, it seems like we fold. And I'm not just going to call out certain players because I think it's a team. I think that's what Deshaun Elliott was saying. When you go to Pittsburgh, the mindset of the building, the team, the overall aspect is no nonsense. We're here to work. We're here to be physical. We're here to, and I think in Miami, it's more of man. And again, you even heard Jordan Poyer, and I love Jordan Poyer, right? But
Hmm.
look at his interview with Miami. He said, "Oh, I love the palm trees down here." Right? It's like that's what you think of when you come to Miami. You think of let's go sightseeing into the ocean and look at dolphins and watch the palm trees and let's drink pina coladas and stuff. That's what it is in Miami, right? Like
Yeah.
it, I think that's what Miami has to change. I think from the players' standpoint, from a team standpoint, we're exactly where we need to be. I think we have the right amount of talent. It's just the mindset, and I think we need someone to come in here and change that. And if you look at some of the players this offseason that Chris Greer and the Dolphins have brought in, I think we're trying to change that with some of the guys we have brought in. So if it
Which
happens,
guys do
it's
you
yet to be
think?
seen.
Which guys would you say might bring that kind of culture, if you will, to the Dolphins? Because clearly we don't have a hard nosed, gritty kind of environment or culture here in Miami.
Well, I think Jordan Brooks, the linebacker from Seattle, I think he brings that kind of mindset. If you listen to the press conference from our new starting center, Brewer, he said, and I absolutely loved it. He plays from whistle to whistle, from the time the ball snapped to the time it's over. He's looking to hurt people. Those are his words and not mine. He's looking to hit somebody. I think that's a mindset, right? That's a guy that is looking for contact, not trying to shy away. So those two guys stand out. Jordan Poyer, from what we've known of him in his career, that's another. I mean, he's a dog. It. I don't know where it comes from, Miss Phins. To be honest, I think you either have it or you don't. So we'll see if it works, man. But I just think this is where what's been holding Miami back the past 2 years. It's not talent. It's a mindset and it's a organizational problem. And hopefully we can get it corrected. But Miss Phins, did you hear Ladarius Sneed, the All-Pro corner from the Kansas City Chiefs, that has been coming up in trade talks and stuff like that? He recently just did an interview, and going back to
I
the
didn't hear the
Brian,
interview. What did he say?
going back to Brian Flores, he said, I guess the question was posed to him: if you ended up leaving Kansas City, where do you think you would be a good fit at? Where would you like to go and stuff? And his exact words was, he would love to play in Minnesota under a guy like Brian Flores. He said, those are his words again, not
Don't
mine.
tell
He
me
said,
that, bro.
yes, and that is an all-pro corner, Ladarius Sneed. It was floating around on Twitter, but now I can't find it. So they probably ran whoever put that tweet out. They probably
Probably.
ran him out of. They probably ran him out of the community. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting that Ladarius Sneed, an all-pro corner, said that he would see himself playing for a guy like Brian Flores. So
You see, the thing is, people get into their feelings and forget that this is a business, not just money wise, but also coaching and development wise. When you have somebody that has been doing that position for over a decade, almost 2 decades, and being a coach in general, just a coach in the NFL, and you give them an opportunity to go ahead and be, overview, they're gonna have to take their lumps. The next head coaching job Brian Flores has, I'm telling you right now, he will take his team to either the NFC Championship or the AFC Championship. Period. Because at the end of the day, he has been working on getting better, you know, and we had the opportunity to get in on the ground level of developing this coach as a head coach. And unfortunately, as always, we chose one over the other, and that's where we're at right now. So all I gotta say is Tua better pan out, because I am I don't know how to say it in English. What's the word I'm looking for? Might as well just do the sound. I'm coming for everybody. I'm coming for everybody. Like, that's the only way I can say it. Like, don't talk to me. I'm telling you right now, Tua better be the guy, and McDaniel better be the guy, because I'm gonna be really flipping upset as a fan, knowing what we had in the building, and knowing that we could have had that for longevity. Because guess what? A coach can be in a team for 20 years. Ain't no player gonna be in a team for 20 years. And this is what people don't understand. Like, I can't deal with this. I am so ready to see this team be successful. Because if this team is not successful, zero mercy for anybody. Zero mercy for anybody. Zero. Because I
I,
can't.
I would agree, but I don't think
I can't.
I don't think it's just a Tua problem though, Miss Fins. I don't think it's just Tua, and
It's not just
it
Tua. No, I don't. I don't. I hope it doesn't sound like that, because that's not what I mean.
right,
What I
right.
mean is we chose him over Flores. Is what I mean. That's the only Tua part that I'm talking about. So, but go ahead, continue. Sorry.
Well, you know, mm, man, um, I, I, I guess I want to be careful on how I say it. I don't think we just chose Tua over Brian Flores. I think we chose a couple players on this team over Flores. Listen. I think as much as I defend Greer, I think we chose Greer over Flores. Right? Like again, I don't think Flores is only out of here because of what Tua maybe thought of him.
You know
I,
what?
I
I stand corrected. You are right.
yeah, I
Greer.
just think
It's
I think
Greer.
there was a lot of guys. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think there was
Greer.
a lot
You
of
have
talk.
to do it. You're right. You know what? And I appreciate you saying that. And it's easy to point out to the quarterback because obviously they get the girls, they get the money, they get everything, right? But you're right. At the end of the day, it was Greer who drafted Tua. It was Greer who fired Flores. It was Greer who put in the team. You know what I mean? Or didn't put in together. It's at the end of the day, Ross chose Greer over Flores, and Flores was telling him the entire time, this is what we need for us to be successful. It's not like I didn't just come from an organization that won 6 Super Bowls. It's not that. You know what I mean? I have zero experience of what it is to be in a winning culture. Ross, Greer, that's not why you brought me here, right? No, no. It's not because I have that experience or been around that culture, right? No, not at all. Not at all. So I get it. I get it. And you know what? Career, man. I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. And I have to keep reminding. I mean, you and I have had this conversation. Aren't we still expecting the big splash from Greer, which typically comes after the draft?
Um, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know if we make a big splash this year. If you're asking me that as we speak today, Miss Phins, I would say probably not. I don't think we make a big splash. Now that big splash might come in the draft, right? Like there's for the past 2 3 weeks we've been talking about all these draft picks, players that could come into the building. There's you know I've heard people say they want a wide receiver 3, right? And there's a lot of receivers in this draft. You can probably get legitimate starters and even in
Hmm.
the third, fourth round of this draft at the wide receiver position. So that's a possibility. There's some edge rushers. There's some offensive linemen. I think as far as like a free agent though coming in a big splash, if you're asking me that today, I would say no. I don't think we get one of those this year. And I could be wrong, time will tell, but I I kind of like the approach that we've taken this year in free agency. I think we've gotten some guys on some deals that again, productive players, right? Not so much the big name guys, but guys that have been productive in this league for good deals. And that's a credit to to Chris Greer, the organization. I think if we kept doing the same things that we've been doing the past couple years, and for everybody tells me, well, Greer's going after the big fish, and those big fish are not working. Now he does something different, and now we seem to have a problem with that too. That's why I always say Chris Greer to me seems like he's in a lose-lose situation. If he does something, we don't like it. Then he tries something else, and we still don't like it. So it's like I think, Miss Fins, the only way people are going to get on board, right, is we got to win. And past 2 seasons, getting 9 wins last year, getting 11 this year, winning, but not winning in the playoffs and stuff. That we got to start getting over that hump. And I think if we start doing that, I think fans will they'll feel better about this team, right? And you got people that don't like Tua. You got people that just love Tua. I'm somewhere in between. I've said it before. I think Tua has done enough to earn a contract in Miami, right? But I don't think if he wants, let's say, $55 million, I don't believe Tua is a $55 million a year quarterback. right? So again, two things can be true. Do I think Tua is about maybe 45, 46, 47, 48, somewhere around there? Absolutely. Now, if we're talking 55, getting close to 60 million, I would say no. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, I would say, Miss Fins, about this
Same.
2024
That's what I
season,
say.
right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not going to get
I'm the
too
same
high. I'm
way
not going to
every
get
year.
too low. Right. Right. So we'll
It's the
see,
only
man.
way to
Time
do
will
it
tell.
when you're a Dolphin fan. Yeah, exactly. It's the only way to live as a Dolphin fan. You got to be cautiously optimistic. We really won't know until these players hit the floor. You know what I mean, or uh, hit the field. Essentially, it's just it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. So many years, so many opportunities. It's like when he's supposed to sing, he sags. When he's supposed to sag, he sings. It's like, what is this man doing? And regardless of Greer being doing what he's doing, I mean, I'm always gonna be rooting here. It's not like I don't spend my hard-earned money on this team like all of you guys do, but it's just frustrating because you know the capability this team has, and it's like, what else can we do? Because clearly putting pieces around didn't answer the call. So what else can we put? What else can we do with this team? We'll never have another super dynamic team like we did last year. So
Well,
what else
well,
can we do?
well. We got to stay healthy, though, Miss Fins. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm gonna be honest. I think I said it before. The last 2 years, I think Miami had rosters that could compete with everybody. Obviously, 2 years ago, Tua was the one that couldn't really stay healthy. Last year, we just had everybody had just seen by the end of the season was hurt.
Everyone but Tua. It's funny.
Everybody but Tua, right, was either banged up or out for the season. And what I want from this team is just to stay healthy. I would love to see this team, let's say, go into the playoffs at full strength. And then we can really evaluate and see how Tua performs, how our pass rushers perform, how the offensive line holds up, how everything holds up. And then, we could make our assessment like that. I just think,
But that's
you
every
know,
team.
but again, we don't give that pass to the Miami Dolphins, though, because I heard, the conversation earlier, Miss Fins, and a lot of people say, well, Miami should have did it this year because look at all the quarterbacks that went out in the AFC and look at all the
Yeah.
injuries across. Okay, but the Miami Dolphins had injuries. You see what I'm saying? We give those excuses for every other team in the league, but then when our team has those same injuries, we're the only team that's supposed to overcome that. Why do you think it was so easy then for the Miami Dolphins? Because everybody else was dealing with injuries, right? Like, so this is the way I look at it. So Lamar Jackson was the MVP last year. We all know how great Lamar Jackson is. But 2 years ago, when Lamar Jackson's team was dealing with multiple injuries, right? Offensive line, defensive line, he didn't have no weapons. They didn't do nothing. And we think of the Baltimore Ravens as a world class first class organization, right? We think of them as
True.
the cream of the crop. They couldn't overcome those injuries. So why should we expect the Miami Dolphins to do it?
So in your point, you're saying that our injuries last season was were insurmountable, and therefore, no matter how much we may have wanted, it was just something the Dolphins or any team would have been able to overcome. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, and listen, if you want to tell me, let's go by game, Miss Fins. Like, I'm sure you were at the Tennessee Titan game, right? Or if you weren't, you watched the game.
I was.
I'm not.
I definitely watched the game, but I'm actually kind of glad I wasn't in that game because I think I would have probably been in jail. So I just so yeah, I'm glad I wasn't in that game, but I watched it though. So talk to me about that game, Lewis. I think you got
Oh,
a
I
phone
must have
call.
hit.
So talk to me about the Tennessee game. Can you hear me, Lewis? I think you hit the mute button, maybe. I think he probably got a call or something. Well, that Tennessee game was extremely frustrating. Both sides of the ball could have made plays for us to win that game, and both sides of the balls didn't. But I weigh it heavier on the offense than I do the defense because. But the defense gave up 14 points in three. Man, can we stop, please? Who had the ball last? Who had the opportunity? Come on. Who was ranked number one? It wasn't our defense. Just saying. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Well, I'll say this, and thank you, Lewis, for coming up here. I think he probably ended up having some a call, which happens. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to show you what the media was saying, what some of the players were saying, prior to. I thought it was very interesting. The season's not over, guys. To what Kay Adams said, look, we don't know what this new Dolphins team with these pieces we picked up, what we will be, which is true. I am of the thinking that, listen, whatever we need for us to get better, Lord, please, let's get better. I don't care. And I don't know how many times I've said this. You guys know this. I don't care who's in the building. As long as we win the Super Bowl, I don't care who takes me there, man. I don't. I don't. Hey, shout out to Superfish. Thank you so much with our first donation of the day. Oh man, Superfish. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Superfish says thank you for the final donation. He says don't forget that Lamar almost didn't get a new contract last offseason. That's true. He was coming off of a injury. And also, too, some people forget, he was betting on himself. You know what I mean? He was definitely betting on himself. He did not want to use, an agent like other teams or other players or whatever. Um, but yeah, no, I totally, totally, totally understand. Thank you again with that $5 donation. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, like at this point, guys, we need to remember the Dolphins are doing this weird thing where they want to be developing and also win now. I don't think that works, but they think it works, so that's what we're doing. So we got our young players like Liam Eichenberg still developing. We got Tua still developing. We still have Austin Jackson developing, even if though we signed him, he's still technically developing. We got Holland developing, Phillips developing, Waddle developing. You know what I mean? So we have multiple players we're still developing, but we're on a win now mode, which is why you have your Tyreeks and your Ramseys You know, now you're Jordan Brooks that you're bringing in. To solidify that position. Your Brewer, your Aaron Brewer to solidify that position that he could be day one starter. You see, so for some reason, Dolphins feel like they can do both, develop and also be on a win now. I don't think it works, but they think it does. Um. Oh, don't forget Fuller. Exactly. Kendall Fuller is another one to be put in, come in, day one start. Johnu Smith, the same thing, you see? So you kind of see how they're making certain moves to give you that win now, you know, position. But while they're developing their young core, like we mentioned, like the Liams and the Tuas, the Jacksons, the Phillips, the Waddles, you know what I mean? All those the Holland, all those young players to still be developing them while we're still in a league now. So for me, again, not what I think would work, but they feel very strongly about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, that's what my team wants to do. Nothing else I can say about that, except here's to hoping we do good. But at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we see all the moves that the team is doing. So that way we're able to go ahead and see, okay, what can we project based on this move? Good morning, Jay Stone. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we got almost 100 people in here. Can we hit that like button for us, guys? Can we hit that like button? I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Um, Go ahead and hit that like button again, Superfish. Thank you so much for coming through. He says Anthony Weaver spoke about a versatile defense and then seems to be the players that we're signing. And those seem to be the players we're signing. Exactly. So he's actually getting an opportunity to get his guys. So within 6 to 8 weeks, that's my expectations. That is my expectations for us to be able to um, get to that next level, if you will. You know? Yes, exactly. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Also, too, guys, all of you guys that want to support the channel as well and become members, guys, please go ahead and become a member. It's easy. Click the join button. I got different tiers. You know what I mean? And nobody has to. You don't have to do it, but it's a great way to show your love to the channel if you want to continue to see awesome content as well. But I'm gonna skedaddle. Shout out to everybody in the comments section, all you guys that continue to support by engaging. Let's continue the engagement on the comments too, because guys, some of the comments I'm still trying to. I got so many comments. I'm like, yes, because that engagement, just so you guys know, it lets YouTube know that people want the content, and they'll be able to put out my content even more to more people, and then we're able to grow. And I think we only need 15 more subs, guys, to get to 1,300. Guys, can we get that by the end of this week? 15 more subs. We got like almost 50, 60 people just on Twitter. Can you guys, or X, whatever, between X and Twitch, can you guys do me a favor? Can we come over here to YouTube real quick? Take like 15 seconds. Come. You can go to my YouTube, my Twitch or X bio, and then my link is right there. You just click the link, come over come over here, and hit the subscribe button. It's great. It helps out the channel, and it's 100% free. Listen, I know this economy. So trust me. Not everybody can afford to give $1 or $2 to the channel or support, by becoming a member. And that's fine. You don't have to do it, guys. That's why those people that do, I'm so grateful because I understand this is a tough economy right now. But I'm super grateful. So if you guys want to go ahead and still support the channel, but you can't do that, it's okay. Just keep hitting that like button and let everybody else know to subscribe because all of that, guys, helps out so much. Whenever you guys comment on a show after it's over, man, all that engagement, it just lets YouTube know, hey, let's pump out Miss Fins because more people like to see this. Let's be real, they make all the money. Like at the end of the day, so they're like, well, let's pump her out so we can get more people to watch her show, and then we can get some more advertising dollars because that's really all they care about. So exactly, and that's a great way for you guys to support and show your love just by clicking the link. So if we can get fit, well, technically 16 more people, so we can get over the 1,300. Let's go ahead and get those people in here. Subscribe to the channel because it really does help out, guys. It's amazing. It's free and it helps out so much. Um, as always, you can catch Miss Finch Monday, Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, every Monday to Friday. Typically, uh, you know, I drop the link. Not always, because sometimes I can't. But it depends on what we have available and what we're gonna talk about today. I'm like, I just needed to get it off my chest clearly. But to bring it back to kind of give you guys look at what we had. How is this team doing now? You know what I mean? And I think that we were able to go ahead and discuss that. We had a great conversation. So guys, again, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Let all your coworkers, let all your family look. If you got elderly like aunts and uncles and like grandparents, just take their phone, go on their YouTube app, subscribe to Miss Fians, and then give it back to them. I know, but hey, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Spread the word. Anyways, guys, oh look at this! One of my fans, Dog Queen. I thought it was super cute. Look, I got my own little Funko Pop. Isn't she adorable? Man, I look so good. Look at me. Look at my miniature me. See, I love it. I love it. I love it. I look so cute. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My lashes and that hair is on point. I'm loving it. Uh, oh Lord, I love you guys, man. Shout out to all the members and everybody that supports, man. You guys really don't have to, and you do, and it means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see what all the crazy stuff you guys are saying over here. Uh, okay, well, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy it. But ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Miss Fins. I'm Miss Fins. Shout out to Superfish for that $5 donation again. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir. Man, even a buckaroo, it goes a long way, and I'm so grateful that you supported the channel this way. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna talk AFC East because we gotta know what our opponents are doing. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about what they did, how they were able to go ahead and who they lost, what what players they brought in, ranking the AFC East, like who's better. You know what I mean? Who got better? Who do we think? We might even do some predict. I don't know. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and take all of that. This is Miss Finch. I'm Miss Finch again. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I breathe positive vibes, not negative feelings. I love it, Franklin. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys. Take care, and I will catch you tomorrow morning. Bye bye.